turns off. Did you notice that the guard bars have got no numbers underneath them? Because they are simply mechanical devices that operate the light under the counter. However, if you look at number 6, it's getting a bit worn out now, my old barcode. Look at number 6 on side B. You'll notice it's the same shape. It's got 2 thin lines, exactly like the guard bars here. And therefore, on every piece of food on your shelf, you've got the psychological thought, 6, 6, 6 on every piece of food. Now they've gone a step further. They are now putting little barcodes at the bottom here. There they are, with an F with a dot and an H with a dot. You can see that is an abbreviation. Would you please notice it's on the side, so you can't see it obviously. We're going to be clever. We will turn it up the right way so we can see it. Have a look at that. F with a dot could stand for forehead, and H with a dot could stand for hand.
Welcome to this short introductory video on Destron IDI. Barcodes revolutionized the way we identified, priced, and inventoried goods. But barcode applications are limited. Radio frequency identification, RFID, has picked up where barcodes left off. And Destron IDI has established itself as a leader in this technology. Through its manufacturing facilities in Bangkok, Thailand, the company produces a range of high-quality, low-cost products to meet these vast markets. Destron's IDI's technology line is centered around 2 basic components. First are the transponders, or chips, each with a miniaturized integrated circuit that has a unique 10-digit coded number embedded into it. An antenna receives radio frequency energy from a scanner and transmits its encoded ID number. There are no batteries to this passive system. Second are the readers that have the ability to send a signal to the transponder, energizing the information chip and receiving the 10-digit coded number in return. The information is then translated to readable language and passed on to a printer or other database for recording. As a leader in RFID technology, the company's marketing strategy is to work with selected value-added resellers, or VARs, to develop and exploit specific markets. One of the company's most exciting products is its implantable chip. As small as a large grain of rice, this is the world's only commercially available implantable chip. Encased in a special glass vial delivered through a standard 12-gauge needle, safe, long-lasting, and non-migratory, this chip opens the doors to a wide variety of applications.
In this age of computers and microchips, science has finally given us the foolproof way to protect our pets. Advances in the field of microelectronics have made possible an entirely new method of identifying animals. No longer will pet owners have to anguish over lost pets. This fascinating system is based on the reading of radio frequencies from a minute microchip implanted in the animal. In the past 4 years, thousands of animals have been implanted with microchips. The conclusive results indicate that this form of identification is both safe and successful in all species and can be applied to all ages of animals.
The implantation technique in the dog and cat is no different than a routine immunization for distemper or other infectious diseases.
An encapsulated microchip comes to the veterinarian inside a needle in a sterilized package ready for insertion. A 10-digit alphanumeric code is burned into the memory of this microchip.
This is Dolly. She's a 12-week-old Labrador Retriever. She's had 2 other injections in her life to date. Now, the first step in the procedure is to scan the chip and compare it against the registration form to make sure you have a valid number going in. We then open the package, which has been previously sterilized, mounted on the implanter to prepare for the injection. We then prep the injection site like we would any other procedure with a little alcohol pledget. The recommended location in the dog and cat is the base of the neck between the shoulder blades along the midline of the body. We then go ahead and implant the chip subcutaneously. We then scan afterwards and again compare and validate that the chip matches the registration. Now, the registration is designed to contain enough information to readily aid in the recovery of a lost or stray animal. It has the veterinarian's name, phone number, location, the owner's name, phone number, location, plus third-party information if that's pertinent. It also contains additional information such as tattoos, whether there's pet insurance, other information that would aid in the recovery or return of a lost or strayed animal. I'm extremely excited about this project. I've been involved with it for the last 3 years. In January of 1987, a field trial in the greater Los Angeles area was started that has involved over 200 pet dogs and cats on a volunteer basis. To date, there have been no adverse reactions, swellings, or infections. All the chips are still functional when scanned in the routine implantation area. I believe this system offers the pet owner the answer to the safe return of their pet dog or cat should they become lost or strayed.
In the world of microelectronics, high technology has offered to pet owners many great advancements in animal care. Electronic identification of pets using the microchip system provides a solution to the very grave concern facing many animal owners today: the need to recover a lost pet. InfoPet is a safe and proven product which will solve this problem. It will replace and render obsolete all other forms of identification, and it is permanent and unique to each pet.
Shocker biochip. It says here, taken from the Marin Independent Journal in Los Angeles, most likely he added it would be implanted on the back of the right or left hand for convenience, so it would be easy to scan. They're talking about putting the chip into people's hands now. My friend has written on the back of the right hand, of course, according to the Word of God. Next one, please. There you see 3 microchips on that man's thumb. I've got some here tonight in this box. There's about 3 different types. They're different sizes. I'll rattle them so you can hear them. There they are in these plastic boxes here. And I've also got another one here called an InfoPet. This is the one they're using in animals at the moment. The little wee tiny thing inside that square of plastic, the InfoPet one. They're using it on dogs, cats, horses. In South Africa, I see instead of tattooing the lips of the horses, they are now using microchips. In a program beyond 2000, they are now saying they want to move on with street kids in New York, and they want to go beyond that. They want to give a chip to every prisoner. When I was in Fiji with my wife last year, we drove down from Nandi Airport to Suva, and as we were there about 3 in the morning, I said, "What's that over there?" He said, "That's the prison," said the driver. I said, "Do any of your prisoners ever escape?" He said, "Yes." I said, "How long do they stay on the run?" He said, "Sometimes about 8 months, because their families and relatives look after them." I said, "The day is coming when every prisoner will get a silicon chip in his body, and nobody will get away from the system, because using a satellite, they'll pick him up in 5 minutes. That's how they're going to do it. I'll tell you something else. I have information here tonight. They're going to put these silicon chips into new motor cars, so you cannot steal a motor car. Within 5 minutes, they'll pick it up from a satellite. They're going to put it into airport luggage as well. That'll be good for those of us who fly all the time and lose our bags. Every bag will have a silicon chip attached to the bag, so they will find it no matter where in the world it goes within 5 minutes using a satellite. Now listen to this. The Japanese have gone beyond the silicon chip. You can write this down if you like. They have invented a micro dot. It took them years and years to perfect it. It is so small you can hardly see it, but it's got the facility in it to take all the information they need and just put it under the flesh. It'll be painless, it'll be invisible, and it will sit right under the flesh in the forehead.
This free-flowing stretch of roadway could be a toll collection plaza. None of these drivers need stop to pay tolls, slow down, or hunt for change. But all tolls will be collected and violators will be cited. It all happens electronically in a system designed and developed in Orange County, California by Hughes Aircraft Company, a General Motors subsidiary. Toll booths, stop and start traffic, barriers. These are all familiar to anyone traveling on our nation's conventional toll roads. But Hughes has replaced all this with a sleek, unobtrusive gantry spanning the roadway. At the heart of the system are 3 communications antennas located on the leading face of the gantry. The antennas communicate with a transponder conveniently mounted on a vehicle's windshield. Ultimately, these